everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc! Oh, in the last episode, we did the first half of this trial and we went through three suspects, man. First we had Hagakure saying, I did it, but he didn't. He did hurt her, he hit her over the head, but she was still alive. Staying alive. And then after that, of course, Toko, well, kind of genocide. Jill did it, I guess. She also hit her over the head, but she was still alive. Man, because she's awesome. And then in the end, we found out that it looks like it must have been her best friend Asahina. Like, what the frick? So let's continue on, but I don't know, Kyoko doesn't seem to be believing that, so,
I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
What a jerk.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Yep.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Wait, let me think. One unsolved mystery. The locked room?
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yeah.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
Yeah.
It's too obvious, too easy.
I mean, I know Asahina's not the smartest, but even she would be like, oh yeah, my footprints are so obvious, you know?
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Uh-huh.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail?
Yes, question her.
Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
She's so defensive. But not in the usual way. It's weird.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison.
Mm-hmm.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to section A and got the protein powder. And that's where I switched them.
Ah, I see the mistake already.
Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told.
It's total BS.
First you went to section C to get the poison. Then moved to section A to get the protein, right? meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true... Oh, did I skip a line? Isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Dude, just be glad this isn't an Ace Attorney game. We have them repeat their testimony a gazillion times. How long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Okay, I know exactly what it's gonna be. Wait, source of powder? No, it should be the footprints.
First, I went to Section C.
Right?
That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
Are you sure?
No.
There we go. Yeah, because you would have seen footprints going from C to A. You only saw them in A.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A.
Yep.
That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
Nah.
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
But she didn't even notice. Yeah.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Uh-oh. He's upset. He's like, no! My deductions were wrong!
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A.
Yep.
So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh, look at his face. Oh boy.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Ooh.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Hmm?
I did?
He's so shook. I love it.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me.
Oh?
I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Ah.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Oh, piece of glass. Oh. Oh.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle,
Well, you're lucky you didn't drink that, bruh.
and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Nice. Rub it in, girl. Rub it in.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it? Huh?
Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Has to be from the window. Shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in a bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue. The rec room window.
My gun! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Mm-hmm.
What's so strange about that?
That means... Okay, I know.
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hino told us, it should have been on section A or section C? Hina said she put the bottle of poison in section C. Oh, it was section A, sorry.
shoot,
I wasn't sure.
what's
I got
strange
confused.
is that
Okay. Section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We
Dude.
already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Dude.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here.
Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
Dude, you're a little slow on the uptake today.
How can you know what I don't know?
He's so salty, I love it. Ah, yes. Cry for me, my love. Cry your salty tears. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. The glass underneath. Hold on. How do I...
When it
Let me look. Which one is it? Is it this one? Shards of glass from the window that was broken to get into the room were found both around and underneath. So empty protein drink. Okay, when it comes to that protein can,
There's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
dude.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Dude, he was so salty right there.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
Right.
What?
Look at that face. Tagami, let it go, bro.
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Yep.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
Yes. She's
So
so
you
smart.
asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Mm-hmm.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
All these twists and turns. I love it.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Ugh. So sad.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Oh, Sakura, no.
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Ugh. For the toughest, strongest person there to do this. It's so sad. She did tell Hiro, well, he overheard her, that she said she was going to end everything today. And of course he mistook her for saying she was going to kill him because he's an idiot, but... no, Sakura, no!
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Why'd you change your tone? What?
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been Sakura.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Yep. I just noticed how weird shaped her eyes are.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Aw, Asahina, she's in denial. No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. No! No! Not again! 3 times?!
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Yellow powder. I didn't have to shift it either. You know, sometimes I'm pressing the button and I feel like it's not reacting in time.
Did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
Yep.
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Mm-hmm.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Must have been after she got hit in the head, so maybe she was a little dizzy or something.
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
What is this instep? Like on the top of her foot, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina. but Sakura.
Unless by instep they mean like the inside of the foot, like where the arch is.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because...
Asahina, what are you doing?
Because I killed her!
No.
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Here we go. This is so sad.
Here's my answer.
First time we have to present someone who's dead.
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
Whoa. That means that nobody's gonna get executed then. Yay?
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina?
She was covering it up.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Yeah, she was quick to go leave instead of staying there crying over Sakura like she would have been.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room.
I wonder how much time it took her to like actually plan this. Like when she probably saw that Sakura was dead from the outside and she figured out what happened, she said, okay, I'm gonna tamper with evidence and make it look like I did it.
When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room... While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground.
Yep.
Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Yep.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation.
Dagnabbit.
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Yep.
No! No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
Aw.
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
This music doesn't suit the mood, but whatever.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Summary time. Closing argument. Alright. Right.
Here's exactly what happened. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toka. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Oh, damn. So which one is it? I must have switched them, right? So then her coming out is the other one? Guess. That's so stupid. That's so dumb. They both show her going into the locker or whatever.
The killer is you! But one of them headed out a bit earlier than she got there one step ahead of everyone else.
That's so... I'm mad.
She found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
The image in the bubble made it look like she was coming out of the locker, not going in. Ugh, whatever.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Aw.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura.
And then just assumed, oh, let me just attack.
And she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
God, poor Sakura.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, What was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture.
No.
And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
So what's interesting with this case, all this time we're seeing Sakura, but she's not looking like a normal blackened. They made Asahina, who's right there with them, look like she's the culprit. So that's pretty interesting.
We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina.
Aww.
That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
I know she's gonna explain why, but this is so sad.
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Shut up, dude.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
Because you're so negative in your view of everything.
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
God, I'm hearing her voice right now, and all I hear is Kaede. It's so weird. I know she did this role first, but wow. Like when she does Kaede in V3, she has a little more energy and pep in her voice, but it's still her. Kaede. Okay. I think I only screwed up maybe once. Yeah, that B. Okay, twice. Okay, 3 times. I know exactly what those were. Those were all probably from the damn, those damn bullet time battle or whatever. Still got an A in the end. That's fine. I can't believe we had 3.
Okay, I think we can all agree you made your point.
I can't believe it. 3 bullet time battles. That's bullcrap.
Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it.
Even though we know Sakura killed herself.
Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
As if there's any suspense. Who is guilty? And this will be the first time we see someone in gray. Aw, Sakura.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
He's so disappointed he doesn't get to execute someone. You jerk. Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. Whoa, that's pretty brutal. What? That's not right. What did Makoto or Kyoko ever do to you? I understand you're pissed at the other three, but come on, you were gonna kill the other two? What the frick? Asahina, I'm kinda pissed at you right now. I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died. Wow, you are the blackened indeed.
What?
You don't mean... You were gonna take us all with you? Wait, why are you stuttering? I thought you were genocide right now. We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. Aww. After being attacked twice, my god. That's... I found it on the ground, in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this, it's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this!
my closest friend got hurt. Sakura. Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina.
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Aww. And then they did that to her. Sakura! She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you'd just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina. Hina, you came.
Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina,
Huh?
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
Oh, she got to talk to her one last time. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein. I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to?
Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. Oh. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in! Please, open the door!
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it.
Hina.
We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
Then that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial.
Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. No, I don't think she hated them. I think she was very kind and forgiving. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey, hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but... Wait, why are you here? Go away.
Hey!
It's just taking so long! I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, 'cause her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this? What?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious? A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note.
What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. Ah, that explains why it was kind of impersonal. You jerk. You did that to make Asahina do what she did. You are slick.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it.
You filthy little...
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene! Cut!
And
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey, hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem.
No, I am not doing this in stupid Monokuma voice. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know.
Yeah, this is definitely her.
This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness, and because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
Aww.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Good. Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
Oh, and they did attack her.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me.
Aw.
Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning.
Oh, this hurts. I legit have tears in my eyes. No, Sakura.
Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered? She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the clash trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you.
Damn it, Monokuma.
Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
Oh, such a cinnamon roll.
Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
Ugh, this hurts.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close, and still.
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. Shut up, you asshole. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead. She deserves it. Oop, boop, 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 boop. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste,
Say what?
Huh?
because she made us remember. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either.
Ooh-hoo.
But what?
Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other.
He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, Lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you?
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. Ooh, Togami! Character development? Ehehe.
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's no
myself.
point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement.
I think you're just using that as an excuse, but okay.
Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What's going on here?
Now, I have only one thing to look forward to,
It's all clear then.
and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some faultless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking.
Liar.
Wherever master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch...
On fire? What?
Maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death has no meaning?
How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time.
Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
What? It's the moment you've all been waiting for! Punishment time! Oh shoot.
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna... Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh heavens no, just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment. It'd be such a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
So, for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. Wait, what?
A special guest.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
For who?
To raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you! That was my friend! How dare you kill him!
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball?
Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend! And you killed him.
Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
just as I thought.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. Of course he did. They were not that sneaky, honestly. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start.
What?
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey.
So of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Oh, he wanted to help. Poor little thing.
Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
Very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad, like, just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Oop, 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 oop. Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly.
One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully, it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't just stop at the most important bit.
It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys.
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But...
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note.
And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it.
Huh? Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you.
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead messelhead has to say?
Well,
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Boop, 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 boop. Think about that. Think long, think hard.
Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message. Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over. Yeah, she said, "What did you do to my body?"
Who? Hey,
Yeah. The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes? That's possible. Feels like 999. I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So, the class trial's over and Monokuma's gone.
but
So, now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up?
um,
Oh yeah, okay, let's get out of here.
But
Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out. True.
Stop talking.
Shut up.
seriously, I'm sorry.
How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try. Aw. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? It's almost like Asahina and Tagami. What was that? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
Ooh. I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. But you're blushing. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him? No, I don't like it. She can't have him.
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
That's right. I called you a sleazeball, 'cause you are. Sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently you still have a death wish.
Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abuse, give and take. Me.
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. Whew. And so, Sakura's class trial came to an end and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms and before long, night snuck up on us.
The usual. Yep.
As such, soon the door's okay then.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Up? Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Oh.
Kyoko? Yes, it's me. Huh? Kyoko?
How'd you get in his room?
I said yes. So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Delayed reaction. Time unknown. In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up.
Oh, I see. Wait, but my door!
It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless.
It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised.
What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course.
It's 3 a.m. Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour?
Wait, what? Alright, let's talk to Kyoko.
It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask.
What's your favor?
So,
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that.
And you decide to do that at 3 a.m.? Kyoko, please. Let us sleep. Please. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered.
The data center on the 4th floor. Are you into ASMR?
She's gonna start always talking to him in ASMR. He looks like a child next to her. He always just, I know he's short, but he just has like a baby face, you know? What?
goodbye.
I'll meet you there.
Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked.
Oh, okay. Well, this video is going to be a little longer than I thought. I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? I put my hand to the door, and with a certain amount of force... Oh, it didn't open. I tried again, but... it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh ho! What are you doing up, mister? Uh-oh. Gah! Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh, well, I just... You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But
Hey!
I can see that, you dolt. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or, are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. I'm more like the person controlling you. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko.
You too? You guys?
Whatever. The two of you just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto. Let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Neither do I, dude.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah! Go on, get out of here! Shoo! So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So, goodbye. Hold on! You just got me up in the middle of the night, and what the frick, Kyoko? Listen, what was all that about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked, and then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh god, why'd you have to pronounce it that way? What is it with you Americans? Says an American. It's Mukuro, okay? Mukuro Ikusaba. Not Mukuro or whatever she just said. Oh god, here we go. We're getting into some heavy stuff now. What? Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Ah.
The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Interesting. And there we go. The end of Chapter 4, All-Star Apologies. We're down from 7 to 6 to 7? Oh, question mark. Interesting. To be continued. Well, we got an item. You received the Altar Lump present. Alright. We got an achievement 4 by Gore. Well, that will be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. Next chapter will be awesome with another special guest. So, until next time, have a nice day.